Well, I woke up this morning from a reoccurring dream.
What's going on, chaps? This is your boy SYNTELL with the Intel, and we are getting ready to watch part 2 of TUMBBAD. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. TUMBBAD, T-U-M-B-B-A-D. If you have not watched the review of part 1, please do yourself a favor, go back and watch part 1 because there is a lot of information regarding that. It is really good, and trust me, you want to be all the way caught up. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscription button, ding, 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 click the bell icon so that you can get up-to-date notifications anytime we drop something new like this. That's why we do these things, man. Click the thumbs up button and of course leave some comments. That's how YouTube knows that you're feeling what we're giving you. So, you know what I'm about to say, without further ado, let's watch part 2 of TUMBBAD. Final chapter, 14 years later, 1947. It looks like we got a car, we got some nice pillars in the window. Yo, my man is still alive from battling all of these God's kids. So his kid must be pretty old by now. Yeah, 15 years, man. Yo, age catches up with everybody. Not as nimble as you used to be, right? Dang, the swing is all broken. No more taking the bus anymore. He's like, yo, I got a car. Dang. Is that a safe? That is a safe. Saw a couple more kids too. Those are not the same gold coins. So they must be like training coins. Who would have figured that the family business would be robbing gold coins from gods?
फिर से खाली साल में तीसरी बार हो रहा है ये.
Job? Right? Like, you know what I have to do to get this?
आखिर कब तक दौड़ोगे?
That's facts. That's a different kind of training. Like that's just like a really cool concept that you have to train in order to beat the beast, in order to keep the family business running.
आज मैंने 19वीं बार में 8 सिक्के उठाए. आपको गांव में कितने सिक्के मिले?
You think the reason why he doesn't want to tell him because of safety or because of jealousy? Because he's handing over that power, right?
सप्ताह तो नहीं हो पाएगा. अगले सप्ताह देखते हैं. शिवरात्रि. कल तुंबाड़ जाऊंगा. पांडुरंग को तैयार कर देना.
I wonder how she feels about that, right?
लेकिन वहाँ क्या है?
पता नहीं.
Ah, she doesn't know, huh? When you see like that kind of supernatural thing, you probably would make a whole, ceremony about it, right? Because you're seeing something supernatural. There's like proof right there that there's something bigger than you. You know something you don't really see a lot in this movie either? Is you don't see the sun. But I guess it makes sense because the land is kind of cursed. The devil, son.
मुझे लगता है इस बार घर में अकेले ही वापस जाऊंगा.
पापा ऐसे क्यों बोल रहे हो? आपके जैसा ही तो हूँ. डरता नहीं मैं किसी से.
तुंबाड़ के लिए तैयार कर रहा हूँ.
तो ऊँचा वरना हंसता रह जाए.
Something wrong with that kid's foot. You can't be pigeon-toed and trying to run from goddesses.
ये कुछ कंकड़ भी डाल दे. थोड़ा ज़्यादा समय मिलता है. आज सिर्फ अभ्यास के लिए आए हैं. आज इसका कुछ काम नहीं. डर रहा है? अभी तो शुरू भी नहीं हुआ है. ये लक्ष्मण रेखा की तरह है. हस्तरी से पार नहीं कर सकता.
और किया तो?
भस्म हो जाएगा.
Ah. Whoa, yeah, it's still there. Wow, that's crazy.
बिस्तर कब आएगा?
ये लिया ठीक है गुड़िया से. आज सिर्फ अभ्यास के लिए आए हैं. इसलिए गुड़िया बाहर फेंक दी.
Oh my gosh, he brought it. Just get out. Don't worry about the gold. Just get out, man. Don't touch him. Yo, forget the gold. It's the greed. You idiot. Wow. Yo, but he is your son. You were the same way. Wow.
संभाल के रख, तेरी पहली कमाई है।
बता दो क्या था वहाँ?
वो बाबा और मेरे बीच तू घर संभाल आई।
Wow.
खोल नहीं।
Ah, it's one of those chocolate. I used to love those chocolate coins as a kid.
बाबा ने दी, उनको भी पसंद है?
बाबा को तो कुछ पसंद नहीं।
ये धनराशि नए व्यव की स्थापना के लिए फलक मेरी धर्मपत्नी के नाम लग
Legacy.
समाधान ज्यादा ले लीजिए।
अब आपके वाड़े की प्रतिष्ठा आपसे कुछ नीची हो गई।
तुम्बाड़ में एक वाड़ा है, तुम्बाड़।
Oh, he actually said, huh?
7 संस्थानिकों की संयुक्त संपत्ति है तुम्बाड़। किसको दान में देती है?
भारत सरकार।
Wow. Huh. The well might be running dry.
ऐसा खड़ा क्यों है? देख क्या रहा है?
और कुछ साल बाद सिर्फ मैं ही रहूंगा। तो समझ रही है ना? जब मैं बड़ा हो जाऊंगा तुझसे ब्याह करूंगा।
क्या बोल रहे तू? उम्र क्या है तेरी?
It's like, yo, don't worry about age. I got the paper. Look at little man. He is ambitious, isn't he?
जोर लाओ, जोर।
इतना सारा सोना तो जिंदगी भर चलेगा।
तो बिल्कुल लाई जैसा। उसे लगता था एक मुद्रा में पूरी जिंदगी कट जाएगी।
The curse.
बड़ी जवानी चढ़ी है तुझे ना लाया। आज मैं तेरी दूसरी टांगी तो मुद्रा देगा।
Well, yeah, we don't share that.
हमें मुद्रा उसके पंजे से मिलती है। क्यों ना उसका पंजा उठा के ले आए? हम बहुत सारी गुड़िया लेके जाएंगे ना। वो एक खाएगा, हम दूसरी फेंकेंगे, दूसरी खाएगा, तीसरी।
He's like, it's not a bad idea.
पंजे चुराने में वक्त ही कितना लगेगा?
Greed. And you're old too, man.
वो इतनी गुड़ियाँ खाएगा?
आप ने तो कहा था कि वो 10 जन्मों का भूखा है।
पर मुमकिन है।
This is not gonna end well.
अभी 2-3 साल अपनी धोती में रह, फिर करवा देंगे तेरी शादी।
और तब तक?
Yo, he looks sharp though, right? Little man over here, getting it in with the grown folks. Man, it's raining even harder. Well, that's new. They put the grain around the entrance, back into the womb. Does he make it this time? I don't know. I know something bad's gonna happen. Look at this. Oh, it's 2 of them. Ah. Wow. Wow, I didn't see that coming. Yo, that's crazy. I did not see that coming. Wow, so that's what happens, huh? Oh, and the light's going out too. Oh no. Yo, that's nuts. That's crazy. And they are right there. Oh, wow. Ah, wow. Oh my gosh, yo, this is nuts. He knew they weren't gonna let him up. Look at this. Oh, if he could drop enough of them on the barrier, huh? Get out, man. Don't let the greed get you. Get out. And you left with nothing on top of all that. Yo, that was dope. Oh, that's some excellent storytelling right there. What is that? Oh, it's just Pops cursed, I bet, huh? Dang. He got the loincloth? Oh my gosh. Wow, didn't you want this? Wow. Oh my God, yo, this is so jacked up. Yo, oh wow. Yo, that's so good. That's just good. Oh my goodness. Wow, that was good. Woo. Yo, that was good. That's how you end it too. That was a great ending to go with it as well. That was a masterpiece at every level. Acting, writing, directing, the stage work, the locations, you know, the color schemes. That was chef's kiss. Amazing storytelling. Oh my gosh. We end up like coming full circle, right? It's the grandson ends up falling into the same loop of the loop of being cursed like his grandmother. It makes you wonder, like, what did the grandmother do? You know, she probably chased after. His grandfather was greedy as well and ended up getting touched by Hester. Oh my gosh. One of the first things that stands out is the son, the new son. He's come of age, 15 years has passed. So a young boy coming into becoming a man. He's just as ambitious as his father was. We remember in the beginning of the story, his father didn't even care when his own brother had died from falling off of the wall, and his mother was sitting there trying to teach him in a way that there's things that are worth more than this wealth. And that is like your brother. Like, your brother died and, you know, you're over here talking about where's the treasure? We need to leave and never come back because it's really just not worth it. Right? The father, when, you know, he's getting a little long in the tooth and age is a factor, he's not as quick as he used to be. I thought that they were going to go the way that what was going to stop him and be his demise was that he just couldn't keep up anymore. And to me, I thought the story was going to end like the son, because he's a little bit more spry, would have been able to get away and then the legacy would have kept going on. I did not see the ending that was given to us and the crazy hook, right? Like the hook of, well, why not just bring more dolls so that you can distract them more and then go for the loincloth, which sounds good on paper until you realize that for every doll that you bring brings another version of him, you know, brings another version of Hester. They had, golly, they must have had like, you know, 10, 20 dolls. So when they get down there, you realize you're not gonna be able to climb up in time because they're gonna get you. The one smart thing that they did do that was different, and that is that they put the grain around the entrance of the womb before you go back down, so that they couldn't get out in the event that stuff goes crazy. So they did think they had enough for that, which I thought was pretty good. And also burning them all up during like the little grain force field as they fell down. I thought that was a nice touch as well. But you do see the characters kind of come full circle, or did they? Because the son, who has inherited all of the wealth, our main central character, he has come to the realization that he's not gonna make it. But what he can do is sacrifice himself so that his son can make it. And you think that character arc is going to go full circle, and in a way it kind of does. He goes from being a greedy little kid to getting what he wants, to building his empire, to realizing that money isn't everything, and then he comes back to this point to go back to full circle. But did he really learn the lesson? Because When his son gets out of the well and is leaving the mansion, he still has the loincloth in his hand, right? So there's still, cream, there's still cash rules everything around me. And even though he's cursed and afflicted and he's going to spend the rest of his days like his grandmother, he's still like, I still got the loincloth. So did he really learn his lesson in the end? I don't know. That's kind of like up to interpretation. His son, hopefully, that was enough to scar him. His father wasn't necessarily as scarred when the grandmother died because he was the one that set the grandmother on fire. His greed was like, listen, I need to know where the gold is at and I'll just do you this favor and kill you. There wasn't that same emotional connection as he had with his son. And we see that when he takes him to like the brothel for their last celebration. He gets a chance to, let his young son come into manhood by spending money on lavish women and wine and all that. So they do have like a cool, like one last hurrah, but who's not to say that he didn't sleep with his father's, what do they call him in some cultures? They called him the bed witch, his concubine. I think that she had said that she didn't, or that he said that he didn't, but who's to say? He still gave up the coin. So, and nothing in life is free. Maybe he was telling a tale, but it's just funny to me that his son walked the same path that he did. They were supposed to do a test run and his son's like, nah, man, we down here. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this bread. So, suit up, pops. It's about to get real. It's about to go down. The look on his dad's face when he realizes all the additional people in there waiting for the bread. It's a real oh shit kind of moment. I love that the director used lighting to help tell the story as well, because when you're in the womb, the lantern goes out and all you have are the matches and you're just surrounded and you get stuck with that feeling of claustrophobia, right? Because just outside of this dark area is a whole lot of things that want to kill and curse you. You just feel that. You know who I feel bad for out of all of this? Is his wife, because she's trying to do the right thing. She's kind of keeping her mouth shut and she's going with the whole thing and she doesn't even know where the coins are coming from, so he's done a really decent job of keeping her in the dark and even like turned her son against him in a way as far as like sharing what the family secret is going to be. Having the family concubine still living in the attic above your house. Yeah, that's a big ask, but she's still riding for the team. There was some good that was gained from all of the greed, and that is a water tower, I believe, was being built. Since the British have left the country and the country is trying to redefine itself and pull together all the resources, they go to where the money goes. And so there is some good that is going to be brought from it. But the big thing too is that one of the reasons why they were willing to risk it all is because this was going to be the last hurrah. The mansion where all of the goddesses and the curses are taking place has been bought by the country and they're going to tear it down, and more than likely they won't go into the well to go looking for this money. It's for the most part pretty well hidden, and then that'll just be the end of that. So it's like this one last hurrah. It's like this is the last heist. So it does make sense that they would, bring all of the bread to try this last thing out, which may actually, save his son's life and break the curse. That'll be the end of it. It'll just, fade into time. Here's another thing that's also curious to me as well. When it came to the lavishness of the wealth, he didn't really show a whole lot of it. I mean, his home was nice. He had a car. He had, some pillars in his front porch. But even the other businessman was saying your home is kind of run down. It doesn't match the level of wealth that you've been bringing. I thought that was interesting, because when you think of his grandfather and God knows how many generations this has been going on, like that mansion, even though it's run down and beat down, it's really big. Like it's really, really big. How much gold was he getting from him, during that entire lifetime? He was obviously way too old to continue doing it, and he had like one last coin to remember it all by, that he put into a statue that I guess he worshipped. I think they said something in the beginning of the movie in reference to the fact that you shouldn't be worshiping this entity, because they made like a pact with the goddess of prosperity and was saying, you keep him under wraps even though he's your favorite, and we'll spare him, but nobody can be praying to him. So there was still that altar that was still there. Just well done. This is one of those projects that hit every note just right. I mean, I can't imagine how many water machines they must have used, because all of that rain, there was no sunshine, so it set the tone and the mood really well. It seemed like the only bright colors came from the original mistress in the beginning and the wife. There was an unanswered question regarding the 7 figures on the side of the wall in the mansion. They were all wearing red cloaks as well. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that the curse sitting in the bottom of the womb / well multiplies with each person of bread that gets brought into it. I'm sure there's some really good symbolism in there that can be squeezed out of, like why they turned each dough boy into a man to look like a figure, and then that figure probably represents something that will bring, you know, with food comes wealth, and you can't have one without the other. There's got to be some really good symbolism that I'm missing. You can write a good paper on this because it's just chocked full of cool, neat little goodies. Yeah, so thank you for hanging out with me. This was a really good reaction to TUMBBAD. If you haven't got a chance to check out part 1, please do yourself a favor. You know, rewind the track, go back to the beginning so that you can get a really good idea of where we're coming from as to why, you know, we're saying all these things. I hope you enjoyed the ride with me because this was fun. This was good. I don't know who recommended this to me, but whoever it was, yo, thank you. More of that, please. I'm such a fan of great storytelling. Hey, so it's your boy SYNTELL with the Intel. Thank you for hanging out. Make sure you hit that subscription button before we break out of here so that, you know, you can be a part of the whole KOAY family. Make sure you click the bell icon too so that you can get up-to-date notifications anytime something new drops, and we can hang out and watch all of this great stuff together. It's been tons of fun. Click that thumbs up and leave some comments. Yo, let me know what other things I should check out. Let me know if you can see some of the symbolism that I may have missed and some other nuggets and great information that goes along with it. This had a lot to offer, and I'm sure there was a lot of things that I missed, but it was still fun to go through this whole experience with you. With that being said, yo, I'm about to be out of here. I'm gonna holler at you. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.